Alright guys, we're going on a ride here to Michaux State Forest. Doing a test on some gear. We're camping out, so we got the bike. Doesn't look like it's packed up. No different really, but we do got some stuff strapped down, everything in the boxes. So we're going to go ahead and test everything out and see how it works, so that way we can do a BDR soon. Alright, let's get into it. Hey guys, it's Cracken The Throttle here. And today, I know I've talked about it before, but Michaux State Forest, we're going to be going out there to camp, my father and I. This is something we want to try out. Michaux State Forest is located in the southern central part of PA, slightly towards the west, and we figured it would be a good opportunity to go out there and test out gear. I've done hiking previous to this, but just figuring out how to pack the bike, see what will and won't work, and basically just getting into the experience of prepping for a longer BDR and some multi-day trips. Yeah. So luckily, with the GPS, we were able to find the campsite pretty easily. They weren't labeled. Different state parks and national parks have different labeling. Some of them are better labeled than others, but either way, we were able to find the campsite easily. We scouted out the best locations for our tent, and I started to get things unpacked. As things unfolded, I kind of figured out, okay, I should pack this towards the top of the box, maybe pack this towards the bottom of the box, and give me a couple ideas on things I could improve on next time, because it was a very slow process. I cut a lot of it out. I was walking back and forth to the bike nonstop, trying to get the appropriate items out. So yeah, just a learning experience, and I'll know for next time. Coming from backpacking previously, riding a motorcycle is slightly different because weight doesn't affect you quite as much. So some of the things that I would give up for comfort to reduce weight on backpacking trips it's not really applicable. So I'm trying to find, okay, what gear do I have that's gonna work, and what gear do I have that just, I'm sacrificing too much comfort for weight that I'm not personally carrying, the bike is carrying. So and here I am just getting the fire started and everything. That's like one of the first things I do. I set up camp, and I try to get all the firewood cut so I'm not scrounging for it later. And it does take me a little while to get everything chopped up and started, but once it was all said and done, it was real satisfying to just sit there and listen to the fire just crackle away. And also made it to where we can cook. I do bring my rocket stove, but I try to cook over fire whenever possible. Alright, let's get back to it. Now it's going to be a race to try and find firewood fast enough. I'm getting pieces off of. That fucker ain't breaking it. Alright, so far we're set up at camp. Got the fire going, tent set up. Pops is doing his cooking over there. Got his tent set up. You see his bike and my bike. So, disclaimer, this is not a survival channel. You want some Bear Grylls shit, go to Bear Grylls. This is just motorcycle camping. I'm not teaching anything. It takes me a while to start a fire. I don't do it with one matchstick or rubbing two sticks together or nothing. So, yeah. Figure it's in my tank bag, so that way, going on runs. So all in all, just a great evening. We just kind of relaxed by the fire. Pops carved up what's called a chicken stick. You'll see a picture of it. And, we just hang out, talk, and BS, and relax by the fire. It's just a very calming way to get out of the day-to-day. Alright, it's morning time. Got a little visitor. Check him out. So right now we're just packing up, getting everything back on the bikes, and we were kind of deciding on whether we wanted to go to the Michaux ride today. There was one going on. It was Memorial Day weekend, and we figured we'd see how we feel after camping. But luckily everything went smoothly, so we said, hey, we'll pack up, get to the ride, and just, you know, make a nice 2-day event out of it. Now, off to the best part. We pack up, we roll out, and we meet up with the Michaux guys for the ride.
Stay with me. I'll spin around the back. Like I said, rock at your pace.
All the veterans, happy Memorial Day, and everyone else.
Okay guys, so this isn't a tutorial video, but I did want to touch base on this. We did have 3 riders go down, a couple little bumps and bruises, but one gentleman was seriously injured. And I just want to touch base on 3 big things. I feel like one is overlooked. The first 2 are, I think, self-explanatory. When going on a ride, especially in a group, you need to understand the bike that you're on and its capabilities. So what tires you're running, what size motor you have compared to other people's bikes. And then additionally, your personal skill level. Like I said, these themselves are pretty self-explanatory, but the third one that I want to mention to everyone is that you need to be able to assess other riders' capabilities and potentially inability, and I don't say that to be rude, I say to keep you and them safe, to keep everyone safe. So if you go into a turn and the person in front of you doesn't have the confidence, or decides they're in a turn, they're leaning, and they decide to stand the bike up and hit the brakes, you need to anticipate and be able to account for that. And additionally, you need to understand the person behind you. If you go into a turn and they're swinging wide, coming through the turn, accelerating faster than you, and then you stop and lock the brakes up, it could potentially mess their lineup and cause accidents. So again, understanding your skill level and what the bike's capable of, but also you need to take a look at other riders, see their riding styles, and understand what their capabilities are, so that way you can account for the amount of space that you need, or the braking distance that you may need from the person in front of you, or if you need to increase the space from the person behind you in order to keep everyone safe. I think that that's something that not a lot of people think about. I think they maybe assume that everyone's either on the same skill level that they are or higher. And I just want you guys to make note of that. Start observing how others are riding. Start making observations. Okay, how are they braking? How are they entering turns? What control do they have over the bike, or lack thereof? And all of those things are going to keep not only you safe, but the other riders safe. Because if you can account for those mistakes, and you have a way out if someone were to go down or to suddenly brake, that's going to keep people from getting hurt. So that's all I really want to say about that. It's not really a tutorial, just something I want you guys to keep in mind, because I want everyone to go out and ride and have an enjoyable time, and I want everyone to, you know, come back the way that they went into the ride, you know. So that's really all I have for you today. Just wanted to give you a synopsis of the camping and of the ride going on, just a little overlook, and just shooting some tidbits of information in there that you guys might find helpful. If you guys have anything, like, subscribe, and
And comment down below. Tell me what you guys want to see. I do have some stuff coming up now that I've hit 100 subscribers, and hopefully I'll be posting that soon. Thanks. Cracking the Throttle, out.